before seeing very interesting Bible code about Rabin Assassination, done with many with Professor Robert Haralick program, me myself. So let us see what came out in papers saying that Mordechai Kedar, the doctor, very famous, Yigal Amir, did not kill Yitzhak Rabin. During a speech in support of Prime Minister Netanyahu in Petah Tikva, the Bar Ilan University professor claimed that he had seen documents refuting that Amir was the real killer. Yeah, so all this came in Jerusalem Post, as we see just now. And let us see more about it. And this is really what came in this picture in Jerusalem Post, and saying the following: Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attends a memorial ceremony for the late Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin at Mount Herzl Military Cemetery in Jerusalem, as Israel marks the 22nd anniversary of Rabin killing by an ultra-national Jewish assassin, November. Okay, this is what they say. But let us see the photo credit. Definitely writers and Ronel Zebulun did it. So, what we are going to see now, this really is written in the paper Jerusalem Post. So, what Mordechai Kedar says. So Mordechai Kedar, a lecturer at Bar Ilan University, claimed on Tuesday that Yigal Amir was not the person who murdered Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, and that senior politician most likely wanted to sabotage the Oslo agreement. Kedar was called into the University of Wednesday to speak with a disciplinary committee and was consequently suspended from official representation of the university at overseas conference until further notice. But let us see the most important. Kedar remarks were made during a rally to support Prime Minister Netanyahu held in Petah Tikva under the headings Netanyahu, you will never walk alone. Okay, so let us see what he says. And this is what really came there. The guilt of the right continues to this day, he said. And how do I know? It has been silenced for 20 years. 25 years I was in the intelligence corps. I have seen tens of thousands of documents. They are confidential. Why confidential? Kedar asked the audience. Answering, ladies and gentlemen, much of the investigation into Rabin murder are still in secret documents. Two data. Kedar presented a sample document to the audience, declaring this is one of them which came to my hands in wonderful legal way. After laying the ground for his claim, the lecturer declared the person who murdered Rabin was a man whose initials are YR. Yeah, we see it is Yoram Rubin. But not Yitzhak Rabin. Kedar said, the person behind this probably a leading politician who wanted to eliminate Rabin because he wanted to get out of the Oslo Accords. Okay, this is what he says then. Okay, but what we are going to show now, in fact, is what we did with Professor Haralick And many of the documents that he mentions there are in the book we did. Yeah, Professor Haralick collected from almost from every place the documents as much as were revealed, and the words of Dr. Kedar makes a lot of sense. So let us see what the Bible could show. What I'm going to show here is few tables, Biblical tables, from the book we did with Professor Robert Haralick and myself, Rabbi Glazerson, and there we bring a lot of material we saw in the internet and many other places about the story about the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin. Then we brought tables, Biblical tables, connecting with those stories definitely about it, shows the names are involved and so on. So what you are going to see is only few of many other tables we did in connection with the assassination of Rabin. So let us start with this one, because this one is the basis. And the basis is about Rabin assassination, which happened in the King's Work of Israel. And Shabbat, they were there definitely, supposed to guard and to keep, all stories about it, but here, but we see the situation. So it was Retzach Rabin, means the murder of Rabin. You can see here. It's interesting, you have the Yud, the Yitzchak, it makes it more statistic. Retzach Rabin, Yitzchak Yod, which happens the Kikar, the square of King's Square of Israel. Then Professor Haralick analyzed this table and he said the expected number of the ELS is equal letter sequence, the 200, the cylinder size for this, by the cell was 108,045, and then the probability that the text from the ELS random text population would have as compact the table this produced by the Torah text is 5.510,000. No doubt interesting, significant table which was found by Professor Haralick. Then we have another one having the place be the date when it happened, which is Retzach Rabin, which is the same Rabin in the King's Work of Israel, and then Yud Bet Cheshvan, the 17th of Cheshvan, which is this month, and this is what you have here. You have here all these details. Retzach Rabin on the 12th of Cheshvan, and the place, Ikar Macha Israel. Then, in this case, statistic is not so as before, but still 14.5 to 10,000, which is 1.5 to 2,000, which is quite significant. There is another one which has in it the name of the people who really from the Shabbat, and those are Karmi, Yoram Rubin, and the story is Rabin was assassinated, Rabin Zach, on the year 5756, and all this you can see it. Rabin Yitzhak, Rabin was murdered, assassinated, and the people involved there, Yoram, Rubin, and Karmi was the head really of the Shabbat at the time, and the year was Tavshin involved. Then we have something very highly statistic, the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin, and the people were involved. This is a very famous Yehuda Meir Galambir, but it was a plot of the Shabbat. We don't know exactly which kind of plot was the plot, but Amazingly, the statistic of this table is 1.5 to 10,000. Very highly statistic. This was for myself with Professor Haralick together, looking into the table with all the details. But it's interesting that we have here about the murder of Rabin. This was kind of plot. As we thought before, we know the story. One should read the book. There are a lot of material in the book which we did with Professor Haralick, which is called The Assassination of Yitzhak Rabin in Bible Code. You can get it on Amazon.com. And we see a lot of material about all this story. As well reading it, it was very, very interesting. So you will see there, as I said, you have the Yitzhak Rabin, murder of Yitzhak Rabin, and this one who is blamed for Yehuda Mir, and the plot, yeah, it was a family, but a plot around this story, and the Shabbat were involved. Okay, this is, don't know exactly, because this is really what our purpose was to write the book, to show that everything is the Torah, even the story of Rabin Assassination also. So these are the few Bible tables from the book. We have many more. So it's very well to get the book, very interesting book with a lot of material. Was written by Professor Haralick, and the material was collected from all over. So really it can give you a clear story. That's what I'm saying, because it's a very, very interesting story. And as I said, you see there are a lot of Bible quotes trying to accompany the story, to show that everything which has happened in the Torah. And you see the names of those people who were in this story. The interesting and significant tables about the book, as I said, the Assassination of Rabin in Bible Code, done by Professor Robert Haralick and myself, Rabbi Glazerson.